a special Golden Globes edition of Celebrity Sleaze brought to you by Spectrum One, Internet, Mobile, and TV.
As you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear. There's just more to go to here. Sorry about that.
Kind of just one of the many bombs from the host, Joe Coy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, obviously, the camera panned over to Taylor Swift. She did not look happy.
No.
She took a sip of her champagne with no reaction at all.
Yeah, I would say tomorrow he wakes up to a different kind of career. You just don't mess with the queen.
Well, the other thing, too, in his defense, because I was checking out X all night, Twitter, and people were talking about how he bombed, and people were talking about how he got booed, which I didn't hear. Did you hear him get booed in the monologue?
I could hear a little bit of it, like in the room, but not massive. They must have kept the mics off it.
And then there was that one really super awkward, cringy moment with Robert De Niro. Did you see that part?
Which part?
Where he said, your last performance
has
got to be your greatest performance ever. How did you get her pregnant at 80?
I did. He was bombing just so many in a row. It was super uncomfortable. Not even funny.
The only thing I can say in his defense is that apparently he only got the gig 10 days ago. How do you prepare to host a major award show like the Golden Globes in 10 days?
Yeah.
And then he also said that he didn't write a lot of the jokes. That was his excuse.
That was a week trying to throw your writers under the bus when you're bombing. I thought that was pretty bad.
How are you under the microscope always if you're Taylor Swift? I mean, she's not even an actress, right? I mean, she has acted a little bit. And if you follow any social media feeds, it was all Taylor Swift on the Golden Globes. I almost start to feel sorry for her. They had this close-up shot of her and Selena Gomez talking, and people were like, we need lip readers. We need lip readers. Just trying to figure out what their conversation was about.
Now, you know anywhere she goes, it's going to happen. I do have one show note. There is a top 5 change on my top 5 based on the Golden Globes last night. We are saying goodbye, maybe temporarily, to Liz Phair in the number 5 spot.
Wait, can I maybe guess?
You can guess. Who is it? A debut, never on my top 5 before, and welcome who?
I'm going to say Margot Robbie.
Nope.
Well, what? Jennifer Lawrence?
Nope. She's already on it. Jennifer Lawrence is 2.
Oh, yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is on it.
Yeah, so it's Reese Witherspoon 1, Jennifer Lawrence 2, Scarlett Johansson 3, Alexandra Daddario 4, and welcome Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, well, she's gorgeous.
Oh, hello, number 5.
I mean, not surprised there.
No.
Did you watch any of the red carpet? Because, it wasn't televised, but of course it was on social media.
Yeah.
There was a dress that I thought looked very interesting, and then if you take a closer look, it was Gillian Anderson wore a dress covered with vaginas.
What was that about?
She said it was very appropriate because I guess there were so many females that were nominated. I don't know.
No one would have known. Okay, you've got to blow up the picture so far, and it's the same fabric.
It was unbelievable, and of course, everyone was talking about that as well. Now, when you watch a show like this and you've missed like a series or a limited series, does it make you want to go back if it's like a huge winner?
Some.
Because, my confession is that I never made it through Succession.
Oh, wow. Really?
I just couldn't hang on to any of the characters.
So good.
Yeah, I know.
But that's
now I'm thinking,
key. That's what my wife Heather said the same thing. There's no one to root for, but that's
exactly
the show.
Well, I will say, though, I was I might go back and watch it. Very happy for The Bear. Kind of sweeping, right? The Bear. I thought it was great.
They won a lot, but Succession killed it, I thought.
Oh, Succession was the big winner, but I love the fact that The Bear was a big winner. Beef, out of the blue. You and I love Beef.
That must have barely made it, because that was a year ago, right? It's been a long time.
Beef was a big winner. I was watching, as I said earlier, X, Twitter, Katy Perry tweeting, oh my God, Orlando Bloom looking unusually handsome at the Golden Globes. Happy anniversary, my love. A lot of celebs. I love the fact that, Ben Affleck, the bromance continues with Ben and Matt. They were together. I thought you were going to say Jennifer Lopez made it on your she always looks perfection.
She did look perfection.
Unbelievable.
1,000,000%.
Of course, you know that I was very happy that Cillian Murphy, a.k.a. Thomas Shelby, Cillian Murphy won Best Actor for Oppenheimer. Gotta watch it, Barnes.
I thought the skit with the Suits people was good. I love that show. That's my gym show right now. I'm catching up on the whole thing.
That was very funny. There were, you know what, I have to say, there were some very funny moments outside of the person that was the host. There were a lot of funny moments. Paul Giamatti winning for The Holdovers. Lily Gladstone at the very end with that emotional speech winning for Killers of the Flower Moon. Although that movie was sort of shut out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised, actually.
Robert Downey Jr., of course, winning for Oppenheimer. I have to say, though, one of my favorite moments was Christopher Nolan finally getting his due for Oppenheimer as Best Director. I mean, you're standing there you're in front of Scorsese and all these, legendary directors. It's about time he won. Good for him.
The best thank you was the one girl who thanked the assistants to her managers and agents. the ones who have to take her emails. That was pretty funny.
There was a new category. Barbie winning for Cinematic and Box Office Achievement.
Yeah, beating out Taylor Swift.
And I have to say that I love that, Margot Robbie said, hey, this is a category for the fans. So good for them, good for Barbie. And how about Kieran Culkin winning for Succession?
He's so
that was a category was
good.
Like 4 people from Succession in one category. I thought they would all get shut out, but Kieran Culkin won.
Oh, nightmare. Ugh. Sit down. Thank you, boy. Sorry, burping, indigestion. Didn't need to say that. Otherwise, this is a nice moment for me. I was, I've blown it already, Jazz. You were right. You said, just say thanks and leave. You were right. I was nominated for a Golden Globe like 20 years ago, and when that moment passed, I sort of remember thinking I'm never going to be back in this room again, and which was fine, whatever. But thanks to Succession, I've been in here a couple times. It's nice, but I sort of accepted I was never going to be on the stage, so this is a nice moment. Suck it, Pedro. Sorry. Mine. Really quickly, I'd just thank everybody in Succession, Jesse, our writers, the amazing cast, everybody that showed up that believed in this thing and was very cool. This isn't mine, this is one for the team. I know, wrap it up. I'm going to really quickly just thank 3 amazing women in my life. My manager, Emily Gerson-Sains, without whom I wouldn't have a career. My wife, Jazz, for putting up with this and all that comes with it. And my wonderful mom. Mom, thank you so much for doing everything you did for us. You're an amazing woman. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
There's your special edition.
Barnes, thanks for making me stay up late again.
What? What happened?
Well, you keep recommending all these great shows. You text me about Fool Me Once on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
The thriller. So we started watching, and this is usually how it goes in the house. We'll watch one, we're like, God, this is so good. Let's watch another one. All right, just one more. Well, before you knew it, it was like...
Fram.
We watched the whole thing. We binged.
You lapped me again.
If you have not seen the previews, this is a thriller that just dropped on Netflix.
Yeah, it's good.
Fool Me Once, already over.
Well, I'm only on episode 4. Thanks. I'm like, Fran, you got to see this. I'm done. It's 8.
I can't wait.
Yeah, good job.
John Mayer's been out there a lot, our buddy John Mayer. Now, in a new interview, he's hoping for his love life. Yes, more serious than sex. He talked with Kelly Rizza on this episode of the new podcast, Comfort Food, about marriage. Check this out.
People don't think I want to be married. I absolutely want to be married.
I know that, yeah.
You know the secret, which is that I'm actually fairly well adjusted. And I so badly want to get married, if only for my wife to just know in her heart, like John will know what to do. I just think that level of being relied on is the hottest thing in the world. Like, to me, it's like if my husband was here, he would know what to do. Call John. Call my husband. I just think, and by the way, this
That
This
means
is
you're a
new.
caretaker at heart. You're a caretaker.
You're a full grown up when this is your romantic fantasy. You're a fully fledged grown up.
Your kink is that you want somebody to be like, John's got a guy.
Reliance kink?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dependability kink? Yes.
I think a year ago when we were hanging out with him, I definitely think he's ready. He has chilled out so much.
Ready for marriage, ready to settle down. Wait in line, ladies. Do you think you might have what it takes to stand on stage alongside Billy Corgan? That could be the greatest day of your life. Did you see the announcement? An open call on social media for an additional guitar player for the Pumpkins.
Yeah, I'm going to try and learn 2 more chords. That'll get me up to 5, and I'll be rejected.
You could be up there with James Iha, Jimmy Chamberlain, and Billy Corgan. It's pretty unbelievable, right?
That's a nice play.
I guess the current guy is leaving, Jeff Schroeder. The amount of incredible memories created over the last 16 years with the band are almost too numerous to quantify. Although it was a very difficult decision to make, I've decided to leave the band to make some space to explore a slightly different path. So there you go. Open call. Send your resume to Billy Corgan.
That's just kind of weird. Why would you leave the Smashing Pumpkins just to explore? I don't know. That sounds fishy to me. It sounds like...
Maybe, listen, he could, could be a family situation. Maybe he doesn't want to tour anymore. You never know.
Yeah, I always find those interesting. Yeah, I'm just in a really big band, but I'm going to go do something else.
I don't know if you've been following this story, but a judge on Friday declined to immediately put Cher's son into a legal conservatorship that she's seeking, and he is opposing. I guess the judge just said right now, not enough sufficient time to make the case work. Last week, she filed a petition for control of the finances of her son, Elijah Blue Allman, saying his struggles with addiction and mental health have left him unable to manage his money and potentially put his life in danger by making him able to buy drugs. He's saying, I'm fine. We'll see what happens. She's just looking out for his welfare. Apparently, he's in a very, toxic on-again, off-again relationship as well. This was kind of shocking. You see these memoirs that come out and people talking about their past relationships from years ago. You're like, wow, I always thought they were in love. This time, it's from Oscar winner Sally Field talking about Burt Reynolds. Did you see this?
I didn't. It shocks me that so much later that she would even bother putting this story out there.
It's crazy. He passed away in 2018. She claims that the actor whom she met while filming Smoking the Bandit wasn't all that nice to her. He said, you don't think you're going to win anything, do you? Anyway, he ended up not going to the Academy Awards with her, where she won Best Actress for Norma Ray. Quote, he was really not a nice guy around me then. She also said that she was confused by his confession in his memoir that their 5-year relationship was special. She doesn't seem to think so, saying he was just not good for me in any way.
You always have heard that he was a big egomaniac, and you could kind of tell. I can't remember if we ever had him on our show or not.
I think we did, because I found a photo of us with him.
Okay.
So at some point he was on. We have to find that for the Best of the Morning X.
I've always heard that, though. He was a player. A lot of time spent in the Atlanta area.
Wow. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear is blowing up the internet. Did you see his Calvin Klein ad?
Yeah.
Woo! Showing off his ripped body in his boxer briefs and underwear. A lot of different moves. There's also a video of him where he's racing through the streets of New York City up to a rooftop where he sheds his clothes. People are freaking out over it.
Yeah, he definitely does not eat the food that he makes. That's for sure. Dude is ripped.
He is totally ripped.
That he fake makes.
You see the photos of Ben Affleck spotted shooting what appears to be a Dunkin' Donuts ad. He's got this huge order and he's holding all of them up. A lot of people are saying, guess what's around the corner? The Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Probably a Super Bowl ad.
I love Dunkin' Donuts. I will go in there and get one of those cake donuts and just sit there and just daydream.
Have you watched Killers of the Flower Moon yet, Barnes?
I have not. I'm too busy with the $1 Million Matchmaker and what's my other one? Oh, Love is Blind. I'm still mixed in those.
Okay, well, Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio want you to watch streaming January 12th on Apple TV.
Not even close to what I'm watching. I'm in the serious stuff, Fram, not fake.
I didn't realize this, but I guess it's been nearly a year since we first heard about Matthew McConaughey and that whole Yellowstone spinoff. Remember we talked about this?
Yeah.
He compared to an awesome vacation. Doesn't sound so awesome anymore. Life and Style magazine reporting that he is annoyed by the lack of progress on the series, considering moving on. Quote, Matthew can't book movies or anything to potentially overlap with the show, but he still doesn't have any clarity when exactly this job would even start. He wants to make the deal. It's become this incredibly drawn-out process. They're saying that no deal has ever taken this long. We'll see. Guess how much he wants per episode?
Ooh, what was the other dude getting?
Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
I think like $1 million an episode.
I would say he's probably asking for 2, because I've heard it's tough to work for that showrunner.
2.5.
2.5? Damn. No wonder
Is that
it's
unbelievable?
taking a minute.
We have to mention this story. Director Christopher Nolan, of course, from Oppenheimer, kind of found a critic while he was working out. Yeah, from his Peloton instructor. Have you seen this story? The instructor started talking about one of his films, one of his older films, since has been revealed to be Tenet. And, quote, the instructor didn't like that movie at all. Do you want to hear what happened?
Please.
Did anybody see this besides me? Because I need a manual. Someone's got to explain this. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Do you understand? Seriously, you need to be a neuroscientist to understand. And that's 2.5 hours of my life that I want back.
Oh, that's classic.
Poor Christopher Nolan, just trying to work out, and then he get slapped down from the Peloton instructor.
Man.
If you missed any of our Golden Globes chatter, that'll be up on our podcast in just a few minutes. Get you caught up on the Golden Globes on the Morning X podcast. One quick thing, Barnes. Everyone is still talking about when will the next names be dropped in the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently there are more A-listers to be named.
I saw on TikTok Rob McElhenney from McElhenney, I can't say his name very easily, from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He kind of did a self meme. He posted a scene with Danny DeVito from their show and then had a little commentary afterwards. Take a look.
What?
Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, but before you judge me, know this. Yes, I was on the sex island, but only for the snorkeling. I didn't know anything about the kid stuff. No, look, 95% of what went on down there was not pedophilia.
Oh, yeah?
No, the other 5%, that sullied the whole operation.
You see, everybody, it's really not that big of a deal. You know, it was just all about the snorkeling.
It's all about the snorkeling, Fram. Thought that was funny that he posted his own scene.